Hello, my name is Sarah Hugie, and I am a BHIS provider for Heart and Solutions through the Cedar Rapids office and surrounding area. Today I'm going to be showing you a fun little activity that we get to do in our BHIS sessions, hopefully how this may be of interest for you and your family. So what you're going to need for this activity is just printer paper or construction paper and markers, crayons, or colored pencils. What we're going to be making today is called the Sense of Peace poster. Once you have your piece of paper, which I'm going to go with this blue color, what we do next is we have the child trace their hand on the piece of paper, which I'm going to do right now here. Okay, so once the hand is traced, the next thing that we are going to do is we're going to identify a positive memory that will help the child feel safe and calm and remembering that in the midst of feeling triggered or stressed out. And the example that I'm going to go with for this is going to be I am playing in the park with my dog. So once we've identified that positive memory, the next step is we're going to write each of the 5 senses for each finger. So seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching. I'm going to do that real quick. So then once we have all of the 5 senses on the 5 fingers, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to want the child to draw that positive memory in the palm of their hand and also write it out. Once we have drawn out the positive memory and wrote it out in the palm of the hand, the next step that we want to do is we want to identify the senses that they're experiencing when they think about this positive memory. So what are you hearing? What are you smelling, tasting, touching, and seeing? So for example, you could see your dog running around, you could see its tail wagging, you can see the flowers, you can hear the birds, and you can hear people laughing, running around, you can hear the dog barking, you can probably smell the flowers, you can smell the grass. For tasting, if there's like an ice cream truck that goes by or something, or popsicles, or maybe some fresh cold water from like the water fountain. Touching, you can feel the sun on your skin, you can feel the dog's like soft fur in your hands, or you can feel the grass on your feet or the breeze. And so ultimately what it's going to look like at the end is like this. And last but not least, once we finish the Sense of Peace poster, we really want to have that conversation of how this memory can help the child feel a sense of safety and calmness despite different things going on in their life. The child may also want to draw or write down the memory on like a little stone so that they can kind of carry it in their pocket and feel grounded in that way by remembering the positive situation on that little stone. There are also a lot of children out there who like to draw on their hands. If they're going to draw on their hands, we can try to encourage them to draw that positive little sketch. That way it's something that reminds them of something positive and peaceful. Coping skills is something that we focus a lot on in BHIS sessions, and sometimes it is hard to bring down emotions, especially in the moment when they're focused on something negative. So this activity definitely supports children in breaking that negative focus and visualizing themselves in a calmer, more positive state, which then helps them use other coping skills such as deep breathing and can help them problem solve a lot better. I hope you found this activity beneficial and encouraging and learned a little bit about what we do in our BHIS sessions and if BHIS is something that can benefit you and your family. Thank you.
Behavioral Health Intervention Services, or BHIS as we call it, is for children ages 4 to 19 years old, and it focuses on behaviors that appear at home and in school. So BHIS is an in-home counseling program through Medicaid, and it's available to children that are currently on Title 19. So BHIS is just an excellent complement to therapy services because therapy is more about uncovering the why of the issue, while BHIS is more about addressing the how of improving our behaviors in those symptoms that are typically associated with things out of our control. So there are many ways to identify if your child or other children you know could benefit from BHIS. A few examples are if your child's having difficulty concentrating or following directions, if a child is being bullied, or if you've noticed a change in eating or sleeping patterns, if you've noticed a difficulty in adjusting to a move or the drastic change of social distancing, or if the child is having difficulty resolving the behavior on their own. If you think that your child or your family can benefit from BHIS services, please call us at our toll-free number, 800-531-4236. Heart and Solutions would love to help you and your family navigate difficult emotions in any time of the year. So please don't hesitate to reach out if you think you or a loved one could benefit from behavioral health intervention services.